Well, that was fun. So in the middle of doing what's now going to be number 70 part 1 of the stream here, Battlefront 2 just decided to crash. I've had that happen a few times since launch, not a ton, but kind of sucked. So my apologies for those who were watching the first part of this that had the stream just die on them because, yeah, the game died. Thankfully, I was able to just go ahead and restart the stream after restarting the game and not having to restart the console, but yeah. So yes, it crashed. We will pick up where the last one left off. I was looking at... Shit, I don't even remember what I was looking at whenever it crashed. I think I was about to jump into the actual gameplay mode and jump back into it, but suffice to say... Actually, let's make sure it actually kept my loadout. I don't even know if it kept the loadout that I had. Okay, yeah, it did. I think I was talking about Bounty Hunter as a card. I just updated upgraded Bounty Hunter for the officer and was about to jump back into multiplayer when it crashed. So we'll just pick up from there. Yeah, that kind of sucked. It used to be that if I was on a stream for longer than 2 hours in our old apartment, a lot of times the stream would die, but it'd be because the connection to YouTube had died somehow. I get an error and it would stop broadcasting. I don't tend to get that hardly at all now at our house, but when we have something go wrong, now it's usually a game crashing rather than otherwise. So yeah, it crashed completely. It took me out to the... Basically, took me out to the main menu and then let me go back into the game. And as soon as I went back into the game, it gave me the blue screen crash thing. So, I don't even know what my reaction was other than, what the... You know, like... Because I don't know what you guys can actually hear or see at the time. I think what happens when it crashes is you get like that blank PS broadcasting screen and you can hear the microphone still, but it's up here in the corner constantly flashing back and forth like it's like broadcasting is still going on, but it's only audio. No, it's video. No, it's audio. No, it's audio and video. No, it's off. Broadcasting is stopped. And you're just like, what? So yeah, that was fun. Okay, back to the officer again. Okay, let's guess. So we got... Okay, so it's Hoth. I was trying to see if I can guess what the map is based on it, because I wasn't really paying attention as it was loading. I'm ready for the new Phil. Can't believe it's only 2 weeks away, or less than 2 weeks away now. But then again, so is the end of my classes. Ta-da! Which, as you all know, I monitor even as streaming. During these dead times when the kids are eating dinner and all that kind of stuff. Well, Harrison Ford isn't dead, so that's good. You should definitely make sure people know that he's not dead. His character, though, is dead.
Present and correct.
Dead. That was funny. I was about to make a reference that was meant to be like, hey, everybody's going to get... Damn! Everybody's going to get this reference, but no, the reference I was about to make was to my audio drama, my first audio drama, Second Strike, which probably hardly anybody these days have heard, given that it came out in 2002, 2003. It's going to make a... Lannis Slaughter reference. Howdy, howdy. And I did not say howdy, howdy just because it was Texas. That was a complete accident, but an appropriate accident, maybe. Did I just say absent instead of an accident? I believe I said absent on accident. You know what? Hell with it. Like, you're going down a rabbit hole, boy. You ain't ever coming back if you keep making references to the mispronunciation. Texas racist? That's racist. I'm so glad that enough people watch stuff like the CinemaSins videos that when I make references like that on Cloud City Casino and elsewhere, people actually get what I'm saying and don't think I'm being serious, because in this climate, in this political climate, I mean, things like that are just sort of they're thrown out kind of willy-nilly sometimes, seems like. Willy-nilly, which I believe actually is from, if I remember correctly, from Shakespeare. I think willy-nilly was another phrase we got from Shakespeare, but it's not W-I-L-L-Y-N-I-L-L-Y, it's will he, nil he, if I remember correctly, but I forget which play it's in. I'm definitely becoming more of a Shakespeare nerd. Like, I'm already a Hamlet nerd, big time. And I'm somewhat of a Julius Caesar and Romeo and Juliet nerd, more Julius Caesar than Romeo and Juliet, and leaning towards a Macbeth nerd as I slowly partake of more. But I've got this massive box set of audio versions of the entire works of Shakespeare that I'm slowly working my way through. I love hearing, I have a hard time sometimes reading Shakespeare, but hearing it, I'm able to get the meaning as it goes. See, I can say Macbeth because we've already had our stream crash, so I don't need to worry about the curse. The curse hit before I ever even said the phrase, or said the name. Macbeth, Macbeth, Macfear, Macduff, Macduff. What Macneed, Mackay, Macfear, Macduff? Yes, performed in perfect Scottish accents. Just put a muck in front of everything, according to Reduced Shakespeare Company. Who's awesome, by the way. If you've never seen the complete works of William Shakespeare by the Reduced Shakespeare Company and you have any interest in anything Shakespeare related, you will find it hilarious. Especially just, you know, early on whenever whenever one of the guys, I think it's Adam, is trying to do a biography of Shakespeare, and he's got them all on note cards, and he drops them and then winds up, when he resumes, he's basically telling you a mixture of Shakespeare and Hitler. And you're like, what the? And yet it all makes sense at the time.
Casualties on one of the walkers.
I feel like with Shakespearean stuff, a lot of times it takes getting used to his style or the style of the time, and then once you do, it all flows really well, even if it's not rhyming. Like getting used to the idea that if he's going to say something like punished, right, then if he's going to just say punished, it's going to be punish apostrophe D. But if he wants to say punished, just P-U-N-I-S-H-E-D, then he wants you to pronounce it punished. And that keeps the pentameter going. God, I'm a nerd. Damn. Holy crap, he's an even bigger nerd than I thought. Ah! Try not to die. Oh, felt like my feet got stuck in the ground there for a second. Maybe starting to get a little bit of lag. But it was only that one time. So hopefully that's just a blip. Uh-oh! Who's shooting at me? Damn, somebody kept shooting it. Where were they? Oh, it was a speeder. I was like, what the hell?
Present and correct.
Oh, looks like Angry Joe just posted something. Those YouTube notifications that pop up on Windows 10. I need to turn off some of them because I don't need to know when everybody's live streaming, because there's only some live streamers I'm actually watching. Holy shit! Where you at? Where you at? There you are, you. Oh, they got a guy on a tom-tom. Ah! Then I'll see you in hell. Ah! Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Where are you going? Where are you going?
Walkers crossing the inner perimeter. Final approach to the base.
Pew 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 pew. Oh. Oh, it's on fire. That's all Bruce Springsteen, isn't it? I'm on fire. Ah! Get up there, you Imperial prick! Ah! Getting shot by. Oh yeah! Uh-oh! Oh, a
Draw
month
the enemy's
off?
fire.
Nice.
Do it.
Yeah, we get about 2 weeks. It's kind of 3, like kind of 2, kind of 3, because what happens for us is that the, so it's typical for students who are taking online classes to especially high school classes, to procrastinate and then wind up failing a class because they don't finish it on time. Not because they're doing poorly, but because they just wait around too much, and then when the time finally comes to finish, they don't get it all done. My ass kicked by snipers. So, what we've done is basically we've set it up so that the students are supposed to finish. Oh, there's one right now looking for a retake, I'm assuming. Let me see. Just popped up a little red icon while I was looking at it. They basically have to be done by the 15th officially, but what we do is we then turn, and if there's somebody who hasn't successfully completed the course, or who by not completing it is still sitting at failing but would be passing if they continued, what we'll usually do is we'll reach out to them and give them time until the actual last day of the official semester for the county, because we always try to stop the online courses a week early, both to not have them have to be dealing with that while they're dealing with regular finals, but also because if we do that, then we do have that leeway of that week that we can use for the students who really need extra time. So it's the 15th is the day that Last Jedi comes out, is technically our last day, but I'll still be working because aside from just updating courses and stuff like that, I'll still have a handful of students that need that extra assistance. And it's kind of one of those things where our philosophy is, you know, we do what's in the best interest of the students, and if that means that we give them more time, okay, as long as it's within our power to do so. It's about whether they learned it, not did you learn it by this exact date? Oh, your learning doesn't count if you didn't do it by this exact date. Well, no, that's kind of dumb. I mean, it's the way that most classes have to work because they're under traditional time constraints, but we're just not. See, it's different for me for the summer because I don't have summer school. I don't have summer break anymore. Like, ever. Because what happens for me is we have the option to teach summer school, and it's really good money. It's still online, so it's not like I've got to be anywhere physically. And as the department chair, basically I lead the summer department too, which means that I can be there to assist our adjunct teachers who need it during the course of the year, or during the course of the summer. So basically our summer break is like a day or two, and then we're back in classes again. And then there's about a week maybe at the end of that before regular classes resume for fall semester again. Like, I haven't had a real summer break since at least summer of 2014. Because I've taught summer school and led the summer school team for social studies every single year since. Because the money is just way too good to pass up. And we got way too many medical bills between my wife and I to pass up any opportunity to get some extra pay going.
We're making excellent progress in the West Hangar. Proceed.
We're making excellent progress. Not so much progress as progress. Here, guys. We get in here and woo-hoo-hoo, and here you go, guys. Aw, oh, damn it. I turned it on right when we didn't need it anymore. And got myself blown up. I got some team play points, though.
The enemy's evacuation transports are still refueling. Cut off their supplies at the fueling station.
Cut off their supplies?
And depot. Rig each location
depot or depot?
Claim victory over the rebellion.
Maybe after we do this, we'll go buy a hammer and nails at Home Depot. Lady. This comment sponsored by Home Depot based in the Atlanta area. Here you go, bro. I got you. Oh, shit! He is still trying to kill... Is that me? He killed me and sent me to a hell of techno music based on the way my body was moving.
New squad leader arriving. Fall in.
Fall in! Woo! Yeah, that probably looks better. Fall in, there you go, yeah. Yeah, it makes more sense in third person, doesn't it? Oh shit, it's Yoda! Yoda is a beast on this game. Because he's freaking hard to hit and does an immense amount of damage and has the ability to heal himself and others around him when he takes enough damage. So yeah, not so good. Ah, crap. There he is. Yeah, see, like 1 or 2 shots and then you're dead.
Priming charges, rigging the pipes.
Wow. Yeah, 16 and 8. That's pretty heavy. Our summer classes are 18 and 6. So the kids are basically expected to work about 3 hours a day every weekday on them. And it's doable. It's just a lot to cram in.
An agent has been sent to assist our forces.
Ooh, an agent? Is he gonna get me a job? Is he gonna get me on, like, Jimmy Kimmel so that I can go off about healthcare or some crazy shit? Uh-oh! Oh, it's a recreation of the end of Revenge of the Sith, except this time Yoda dies. Instead of, you know, just running away. Yoda gets 1 shot at fighting Palpatine, and as soon as he doesn't beat Palpatine, oh, I gotta go into exile for the next 19 years. Okay, Yoda, that's fine. That's fine. Don't help anybody else.
I'm on my way.
Little green jackass. Alright, here we go, here we go. Oh, missed. I'm thinking there's a door. Is there not a door? Is there a door? Here's a door. There's the door. I was thinking was in that room. It was in the next room. I was like, what the hell? Where's the door? Oh, there it is. So now, differentiated equations, does that mean that it's basically like an offshoot of calculus? It's been a long time since I took math courses. But I seem to recall, isn't differentiation a calculus thing? Or am I getting myself tripped up? This is when that double zoom would be nice.
Target destroyed. The rebels can no longer fuel their ships. A few transports might escape, but will take off in a matter of hours.
I do notice that in canon stuff, it certainly seems as though they're letting Star Destroyers be way lower into the atmosphere than they used to. I think they actually started doing that a little bit after, there we go, after, whatchamacallit, after, the end of Attack of the Clones. We're like, oh, you can go down to the atmosphere and launch from there. You don't have to actually be made at a shipyard in space. Crap! I guess we'll start doing that now. Yeah, I think I've seen all of them, JL, unless it's something that's in the last couple of seasons. It's probably all, on those specials, the episode 1, 2, and 3 specials. Dang, my jaw hurts. Got a tooth that was fixed years ago, but every time that my sinuses start acting up because of the weather and whatnot, it starts hurting. It's either that or my front tooth, but thankfully never both at the same time. The front tooth was giving me issues yesterday while I was streaming. What time is it? 7:21. Okay, I'll give it maybe one more match, and then be gone. My plan was only about an hour. 7:30 is about the max here. Let's go over here, go to Troopers, go to the one that I just did finally, so I can get my mod. Here we go. Claim my dual zoom. Go back to collection, go to the officer, go to the weapon, and we've got reduced recoil now. Dual zoom. And I love the fact, so like there's the base weapon, right? And then you add the reduced recoil and it changes the barrel. But you add the dual zoom, and of course it changes the sight up top, and you put them both together, you got kind of a cooler new looking one. And then you get the ion shot, but like I said, I'm not a big on the ion shot. And notice, I haven't gotten enough of these things yet to be able to actually have all 3 mods for a gun, but notice you're only allowed to use 2 mods at a time. So probably what will wind up happening is if I ever do use ion shot, I'll be swapping it out probably for the reduced recoil, but I'll probably just use something else if I need to do something ion related, you know? Alright, let me jump out of here. Do one match it. Might as well stick with him just for one more, because I really want to see how the dual zoom plays. And as far as streams go, I will definitely... I say definitely. Always assume when I say definitely when it comes to streaming, it's all sort of unless life happens and gets in the way. But assuming everything goes as normal, I believe tomorrow is when my wife will be doing their get-together stuff that they usually do once a week for colleagues for where she works. So if that goes as intended, that means tomorrow evening I'll be able to do some. And then not sure about Wednesday, not sure about Thursday. Both of those would be maybes. Definitely not Friday. Maybe Saturday. Definitely not Sunday. Not one of my favorite maps, by the way. The indoor map is not a favorite. It's just tough to see in some cases. Like, I like it when we're close to the bases, but as soon as we're out amidst the actual forest, I'm not a particular fan of it. Officer, so we can try out that dual zoom, see how well it goes. It should work very much like the dual zoom I've got for the A280 CFE. I would assume. Alright, so let's go into third-person mode and see how this goes. So even in third person, it's now taking me into this the way that it does for the 280. We go into first person, though, because it'd be faster, probably. So I got regular zoom, dual zoom, and it keeps... Yeah, it keeps your zoom preference until, I believe, until you die. At least until you die, if not until the next match, when you manually turn it off. But it makes for a great, good level zoom. Kind of see through the little bars to... Anybody?
Rebel override in place in the Walker Bank. We're losing control.
Mesa thinking... Damn, they lost the fuel station real fast. Holy crap. Yeah, the inner map in the first game was pretty cool, especially the one with all the fire, like the post-apocalyptic kind of feel. But not so much this one. I was about to say little pig let me in, but it actually let me in. Huh! Okay. You learn something new every day. Except now I'm not even remotely where the fight is. I'm just like randomly running around the inside of a bunker. Alright. And yeah, yeah, it's basically it's a sniping pistol even without it because of its damage level. But man, you put that dual zoom on it, and it's a freaking beast. See? I mean, a pistol able to do that? That's actually why that's one thing I like about the Officer is it does have the S5 as an option. I'm not a big fan of the Officer in other scenarios. Whoa! Oh, you gonna flash me? I flash you, you son of a... And put up a shield to save my own ass.
Walker Bay control is inoperative. Rebels are overriding.
Ah! And I'm standing by my deployed shield and get killed from behind. Great.
Stick together, squad.
I always like the knowledge is power, power corrupts, study hard, be evil. Used to have that bumper sticker, I think. Would have been many years and multiple cars ago. What's up, bro? Killing some rebels, bro? Everybody run! Rebels be blasting us from all over the place. Here we go. All right, so it was until you die. As soon as I died, apparently I had to reset my dual zoom. Here, rebel, rebel, rebel. Ah! Dang it. Oh, you want to shoot at me, eh? Where did that bastard go?
Losing control of Walker Bay systems.
There's one. There's one. Set for F him up. Oh, it's the same guy. My bad. Sorry. What I meant to say was... Kaboom. Kaboom. No, what I meant to say was... Yeah, I just killed the same dude with the sniping type shot here. Twice in a row.
Rebel commander on the battlefield.
Night-night. Fall back. Everybody fall back. Run. You know how long it took me to realize there was a little red marker on the countdown to tell me which direction to run? That probably took me 2 or 3 days to realize that. Huh.
The AT-AT will move directly toward our base.
Oh, so now we're at the part that I don't like very much.
Use the rebels' tactics against
Although, I do like the fact that there's actually a map on here with walkers where it's the Empire trying to bring down the walkers instead of the other way around. It's kind of a reversal of the indoor walker assault map on the original. Although I like that map better than this one. Even the non-fiery one, the one that's got like the river running beside it or whatever.
It won't fall quickly.
It won't fall quickly. What's up, guys? Oh, y'all sniper troopers? That's cool. That's cool. I don't need to be a sniper. I got myself an S5 with a dual zoom.
Get clear.
Got clear. Well, it's telling me there's enemies out there. It's giving me the little red icon, but I'm so high up I cannot see. Hello? Oh, shit! That's all right. Imperials in this continuity bounce really well. Ooh, where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Furball? Here you go. Ugh. Well, that was an early idea for the sequel trilogy. Back whenever Lucas used to talk about a sequel trilogy, back before he denied that he ever talked about one, particularly in stuff like his Time interview. There was a point at which he talked about the idea that in a sequel trilogy you would see a parent having to redeem a child, or an adult having to redeem a child, rather than a child redeeming an adult. There'd be sort of a turnabout kind of thing. Oh, shit! Oh, that's the walker, okay. Somebody's in the walker. I was like, crap! That's right, Nathan. Just keep shooting the walker even though you're not able to actually get any damage on the walker because you're a dumbass. Ah! You got 2 people on the bike! What? Didn't know you could even do that. Ha ha! Where's the hero that it keeps telling me is there somewhere? Is there somebody up top? I don't see. But if you look on the mini-map, that little red circle, there he goes, indicates a hero. That's, oh, it's Leia.
Crossing checkpoint 1.
Die, princess!
The shield will hold.
Oh, shit. Fall back! Everybody fall back! Oh, shit. Let me guess. Leia? Yep. Shouldn't have shot at Leia. Knew she was gonna shoot at me. Is it possible that he could be redeemed? Maybe. You know? I mean, I think one of the themes of Star Wars is the idea that no one is irredeemable, but it's by choice to choose not to allow yourself to be redeemed. So, like, you know, I'd be very curious, based on, you know, to hear Lucas or Kennedy's or Filoni's thoughts on whether or not Sidious, had he been willing to be redeemed, whether or not he could be redeemed. Because he chose the dark side and sort of reveled in it. Why is my ear freaking itching? Ah! It's like I got a little thing in there that's going to make me start obeying Khan soon or something. It's itchy! Vader killed a shit ton of people. He still got redeemed. Ah! Oh shit! Enemy locking. Oh, it was one of those things. Based on the splash, it was one of those other kinds of turrets that I pointed out earlier. They're a freaking pain. Uh-oh! Where are you going? We would be honored if you would join us. Tease it too. Oh shit. Leia again. I just get killed by Leia again. Nope, ATRG, so at least it wasn't Leia again, you know.
Stick together, squad.
Ah, so whether you're redeemed or not depends on whether the audience, who in the universe doesn't exist, like the character? If I was typing, that would be a W-U-T what? What? Attack, 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 attack! And apparently I'm shooting like at a tree or something because it didn't actually hurt anybody. Or it didn't hurt the AT-AT. Oh shit! Over the river and through the woods to shoot me in the brain pan. Okay.
Boba Fett, at your service.
There's tons of Rey and Kylo kissing fan things. Reylo is a thing, apparently. Come on, mother. Oh, I wasn't even using my super zoom. Not that it matters because I'm missing, but still. Uh-oh! Let me guess, one of those guys ran around the corner. Nope, ATRT. I figured one of the people I was shooting from far away just spun around. Ah, but does Star Wars have the concept of reincarnation in canon at this point? I don't know that it does. Oh, shit! Flank him! Flank him! Oh, nope, fall back!
It has a clear path to the base.
Everybody fall back. We screwed up so bad we're having to set our clocks an hour earlier. Everybody fall back. Redemption as determined by survivor vote kind of thing. Only 2 of you left, and only 1 of you can be redeemed. Let's see what the audience said. Oh, I'm sorry, Kylo. You have been voted off the Star Destroyer. But I didn't mean to kill Han. Snoke's influence made me do it. I'm sorry, better luck next time, but don't worry. You can still get sponsorship opportunities for Doritos or something because you've been on our show. Or it could be like friggin' American Idol, where a lot of times the second place person winds up with a better career than the first place person anyway. Nah, Kenobi's gotta be like, well, At least they didn't name him Obi-Wan. They named him after my fake name, and he turned out to be a fake legacy.
I'm in formation.
Okay. If we're gonna make it based on fan approval, then at least make the people wanting redemption in Star Wars have to do like a musical number or something, you know? And now here's Kylo Ren with Dust in the Wind.
Forces fall back to the base. The rebels will send ground troops next. The rebels will do anything to capture us.
Oh my God! Where does it end? I'm running! Oh shit! I never have figured out where to run on this last part. When it's telling you to fall back, I have yet to figure it out. I guess you gotta go in here, but you gotta go so far back in here that I'm never gonna make it in time.
Elite reinforcements arriving. I'm in formation.
Reaction when Han died, I kind of expected it, but I was still kind of choked up. Meanwhile, my wife, who doesn't really particularly care for Harrison Ford, was over there like, yes! So, you know. Like, honey! Alright, come on, let's get this match over with, because this is it. And if I get to a point where I gotta go and open the garage and get the cat that's in there out of the way when my wife gets home, I'm gonna have to end a stream before I'm done with even a match. So, let's get a move on. Hey, Kylo, we were just talking about you, bruh, and I know I said some pretty ugly things, so, you know, I'm sorry. And I would do this I'm sorry emote. God dang it! Somebody kill him! Here we go. Hey, Kylo, Kylo. Now I'm gonna get killed by your uncle if you don't do something about it.
We got a rebel commander making trouble.
Guys, it's Lando. Oh, I get it. Lando can be in the game, but can't be in the movies. Racist. Is he right? I hear whom whom. He must be above me on the catwalk. On the catwalk, yeah. And he kills some more troopers on the catwalk. Oh, and I got blown the. Oh, and I got a kill assist though for him, at least. Still only at 3K, so.
Stick together, squad.
I find my scores are much lower when I stream because I'm not entirely paying attention. Unless I'm on Takadana, in which case it kind of balances itself back out. Because I tend to play a little differently on that one since it's more about elevation than it is about how spread out something is. Whatever you call that. Lateral, I guess. Yeah, I just used that for myself. Thanks. Damn it! Saw my death coming, and there's nothing I could do about it. Another character I don't understand the... Oh, who is it? Oh, Lando. Gotcha. It's just that Lando was there, you know? Lando was there for 2 out of the 3 original trilogy films and barely gets to do anything. He didn't really get to do a whole lot in the EU either. It's kind of a Lando just wants to be out banging people. There was even a time when there was a belief that Lando had a thing going on with Mara Jade, and then when they wanted Mara to wind up with Luke, they came up with a retcon to insert into the Hand of Thrawn. There we go, Hand of Thrawn duology, where no, they were doing research together. That's what it was. Yeah, they were doing research, and he was working with his probe, if you know what I mean. Oh. Yeah, Boba Fett got like Boba Fett didn't get to do a whole lot in the film, went out like a punk, but Boba Fett was better in Legends. So it's kind of one of those things where he was fleshed out, and once he got fleshed out, I could sort of see the popularity, but he was sort of very much overplayed originally just because of how he looked. Same thing with Darth Maul. For years, for a while at least, until the prequel hate came on, Darth Maul was considered very popular and very cool, but he didn't really get to do much of anything. It really took the Clone Wars and now Rebels to sort of rehabilitate Maul into a better character. Now I think he's a great character. I really dig Sam Witwer's performance as him, but otherwise, he didn't get to do a whole hell of a lot. Kind of like Phasma now. Phasma's got her own comic that was decent, and Phasma got her own novel that was god-awful. And yet everybody's like, ooh, Phasma, she's a strong female character. What strong female character? She's wearing the shiny armor, and that's cool and everything, but she did very little, and then she wound up getting thrown in the trash compactor after breaking under threat with no torture. How is Phasma awesome? Not yet. And they gave at least a little bit of background on her now in the novel, which is okay, but it's basically, oh, Phasma's supposed to be awesome because she's basically like Mad Max meets Lord of the Flies meets Star Wars. Yay. No, not so much. But her comic series was all right, but it was all about covering her own ass and just showing that she was basically conniving rather than otherwise, because it was all about how does she cover her butt after she was the one who brought down the shields before being tossed in the trash compactor and not lose her position within the First Order. Oops. Yeah, not so much. So, sitting here, 450 crafting parts, not bad. 80 crystals, that hasn't gone up in a while. I haven't done anything else that gives you crystals as a milestone, and of course you can't just buy those. Still got about 7 hours, 36 minutes until there's a new daily crate, so yeah. And in case you're wondering, I'm not buying crates right now. I'm letting the credits build up because I have no idea how I'm going to wind up or having to get Finn and Phasma on the 13th. So if it's credits, I'm going to let them build. If it's possible that instead it's something other than credits or something that you get during the week leading up to it or that week, then I'll start opening crates again. As of tomorrow, I believe, actually, is when the season of The Last Jedi is supposed to start, which kicks off with us choosing factions. And I'm wondering if there's like a faction-specific currency, like this game needs another freaking currency to track, like a faction currency of some kind that'll be used to get Finn or Phasma when the time comes around. But we should, we'll see. We'll see. Is the trash compactor an instrument? No. More like a compactor for trash, So, last thing I'll answer before going here, Texas Magpie, you ask about the microtransactions. So, I haven't seen anything, but when Michael and I recorded yesterday for Cloud City Casino, and we were talking about, we did a whole episode that was like really long, but it's about mainly the story stuff. We did a news update, and he mentioned having seen something where it sounded like they were saying that microtransactions won't come back. I don't think that's accurate. I think they're just having trouble figuring out how they're going to come back, but we'll see. Otherwise, they got to do something about the crystals because you don't get enough crystals from the different milestones to really do much with, and it doesn't end on an even number to do something with. So unless they give us another way to get crystals other than just a few milestones, I'm not seeing how that's going to be viable. Like, they may as well change crystals into credits of some kind for or crafting parts as some kind of exchange rate kind of thing. So, far as I know, they're not back. I mean, they're not announced anything about when they're going to be back, but I don't see them taking them out completely, even though apparently that's something that Michael had heard. At this point, I'm looking for the microphone thing to make sure it's on. There we go. At this point, they are talking about doing some type of, like I said, ornamentation, skin, some type of cosmetic thing, but then they're saying, oh, I can't do all cosmetic because nobody wants a pink Vader in canon. Yeah, but you don't have Yoda and Rey fighting against Kylo Ren and Vader and Iden during the Battle of Hoth in canon either. EA/DICE/Motive/Criterion. Your multiplayer doesn't revolve around canon. It's just your actual story modes. So shut up and fix it. All right. So I'm going to head out of here. Again, I'll probably do, well, I'm almost guaranteed to do some type of stream with this stuff tomorrow. I'm just not sure what time tomorrow. Generally, things start to slow down for me between about 3:30 and 7-ish Eastern. But we are officially off duty at 8. and my wife will probably still be out with her co-workers and such until probably close on 11 or midnight or so, which would give me some time to do some streaming in the evening. Then again, not sure about Wednesday, not sure about Thursday, definitely not Friday, maybe Saturday, definitely not Sunday. So another way of putting that is not Friday, not Sunday, but through the end of this upcoming weekend, any other day is fair game for a possible stream, though I just can't say for sure. All right, so I am going to head out of here. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you'll be able to hop on another stream soon as I finally move away from playing as the freaking officer and focus on some other milestones. Thanks, guys.